Chain binders. All right, guys, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about chain binding. I do a lot of work with equipment. I move a lot of things around on trailers, and I see a lot of things being done wrong in that sense. Chain binders. So I like this method where I make a triangle out of the chain. You can see I have one hook there. The other hook is just loose. Go through the D-rings. I have about a 45-degree angle on that thing, and then I pull the chains towards each other. And what that does is it pulls straight forward in that direction rather than pulling to the side, which is a little bit less predictable. So you can see it's real tight across there. Chain binder, I always have a little bit extra. This is a little bit tight for my liking, but I always like to be able to tension it up a little bit, because when I go down that hill and I slam on the brakes, this thing's gonna move forward, that chain's gonna loosen up. Okay, same thing on the back. A lot of the time I'll try for a little bit less angle on the back. So that's probably about 30 degrees on the back there. The reason for that being that when you hit the brakes, that thing's going forward, okay? If this is at 45 degrees, that means it has more time to straighten out that angle, loosen that front binder, all that stuff. So I like to have this at a little bit less of an angle. In my opinion, you're more trying to hold the machinery from moving forward. That's the first thing. Moving backward is the second thing. And then side to side is really the third. The machine's weight should really keep it from moving side to side. If it's moving side to side, it's probably your driving, not necessarily the tie down method here. Anyways, this, I don't know if this is necessarily legal, but you are supposed to strap down the implement. This can swing side to side. When I'm on the highway, I like to do that. If I'm going a few blocks in town or something, I don't really bother with it, but you are supposed to strap down the implement. If I were moving this thing on a semi and my CDL was in question here, I don't think I would do this where I'm using one chain to hold down the implement and bind down the machine all at once. But this thing is not too valuable, and it's also not too heavy. It could do some damage, but the stakes are a little bit lower than, say, 20,000 pound excavator that if it comes loose, you've got really, really big problems. So anyways, just a little bit of talking about chain binding there, and the way that I see to do it that is a little bit closer to right. I don't know if there's necessarily a right way to do this, but there is absolutely a wrong way to do it. And so we're trying to avoid that, always trying to get better at what we're doing here. So remember, tie up your loose ends too. Thanks. Have a good one.